LA elects U.S. Representative Karen Bass as mayor, first black woman in post. So she won.
Did Wakanda forever help her out?
No, I don't think so. She defeated developer Rick Carso to become the next mayor of Los Angeles on Wednesday, making her the first black woman to hold a post in the city hall. Contends with an out-of-control homeless crisis, rising crime rates, and multiple scandals that have shaken trust in the government. With more than 70% of the vote tallied, Bass has amassed an insurmountable lead of nearly 47,000 votes. She had 53.1% of Caruso, notching 46.9%. Bass is working with a congressional office in Los Angeles when she was informed by an aide she won the race. Caruso's campaign said he was calling the mayor-elect to offer his congratulations. Now I want to show you some of the steps.
Let's see if the homeless crisis gets better.
Yeah, she said she's the mayor and she's going to fix the homeless problem. Let's show it.
First of all, first of all, I have spent my life building ties, building coalitions.
Keep in mind, she made sure to put black and Mexicans behind her.
Well, the primary focus she got behind her is Mexicans.
Working with Latino leaders in the Latino community for about the last 5 decades. So I think it's very important that I have an administration that reflects Los Angeles and that I stay in touch with the Latino community, very much so. And so that means on every level. It's not just 1 or 2 staffers, but it's on every level. It's jobs, it's appointments, it's in every way, shape, or form. And then it's also paying attention to the specific issues that impact Latinos.
Wow.
But I've never heard her say anything about issues that impact black people. See, this is what I be talking about. And her ass is on the fucking Black Caucus. She need to get out of there. Go to the fucking Latino caucus.
They love them Latinos.
I don't know what it is about them California Negroes and Latinos.
I don't know. Let me show this a little bit right here. I'm not gonna show this whole thing.
Specific about the money.
In particular, as a black woman, I speak about black people because that's the community that I come from. Like, yes, we're in a multicultural community, but I am a black woman. So when I see reports from institutions in Los Angeles, specifically the housing authority or the housing, groups saying that institutional racism is aiding in black people being disproportionately on the streets in Los Angeles.
She sees reports like the report from LASA that says that institutional racism is the reason for the disproportionate numbers of folks on the street.
Right.
No, black folks. You see how she changed it? Black folk on the street. Not folks.
So that report was published in 2019. This 3 years later, now we have new reports saying that our Latino community is, now represents what we used to represent. And so it just seems like the issues are getting worse, and we're not even addressing the racism that is burying black people in Los Angeles. And yes, sir.
So she is concerned that the language is not really addressing institutional racism
against black people.
Against black people. So
she had to make her. This is the congressional. She's part of the Congressional Black Caucus.
Black should always be on her mind.
The fact that it don't even roll off her tongue smooth. She was like, black people.
You're right. It didn't even roll off her tongue smooth.
She not want to say it.
Every 5 word black.
Make your teeth white.
Like Tariq, the what did they say? White supremacy. White supremacy. How they just roll off their fucking tongue. Yeah. Black should just roll off her tongue.
The sister and I had an opportunity to speak a little bit before this meeting, and what I told her is that, to me, one of the decisive factors in me deciding to not run for Congress again is the disproportionate way that our folks are represented.
She still won't say it.
She won't say.
She said our folks. What?
Wow. They scared to say black.
I don't. It's crazy. This is crazy.
Wow.
Say the name.
Say the name. Throw the healing on the holy. Say the name.
You damn demons.
Latino.
Los Angeles.
Latino forever. No, what I just said. Viva la raza. The race.
Look who she got. This is just like the black politicians do the same thing that the other politicians will do. When they having a press conference, they'll put other races behind them and then have their race around those people to make it seem like they in, full support of everybody.
Yeah.
That's what she doing.
Yeah. Is it all being revealed during this time? These near rape on black men stories by white cop officers do not sound human, not a species, perhaps. What they call it? It's their that's their nature. Eddie Murphy did a joke. The colon is the key of life.
Eddie Murphy can't do no jokes on no colon.
Eddie.
There's stories out there about Eddie riding around in cars
and transhumanism.
With the colon. Trying to get some colon.
What the hell? You just be putting zingers out there.
All alleged, of course. I don't put that on that brother. I don't know.
Shit, you do put it on. All right, let me show this.
For the first time, Los Angeles has elected a woman mayor.
Look at her.
Didn't say black woman. Said
Of
woman.
course she ain't gonna say. They didn't even say black woman in the article. They said woman. So to me, Karen Bass did not want the article to say black woman. I think that was her.
I don't know.
You know, our City of Angels was founded 241 years ago. And for 128 of those years, since 1894, the Evil of Los Angeles has been dedicated to uplifting the women of this city. And so it is with a special feeling in my heart and with the thoughts of my mother and my daughters and all of the women in this city that I stand before you in this place as the next mayor of Los Angeles.
Man, oh man.
Every situation like Wakanda.
Doesn't it seem like it goes right with Wakanda? Like the invasion. I think I showed it last week, didn't I? Let me show this.
And Martin Luther
Yeah, you showed
King
this all
Jr.'s
week.
19
Okay, well, they was trying to say they were part of the civil rights thing, and that's not true at all.
Yep.
They consider themselves white.
Yep. Still do to this day.
All right, let me
Like Neymar gonna have he gonna have a brown picture behind him, but he don't look nothing like the picture in Wakanda.
Who?
You remember Neymar? We were talking about how he had that picture behind him of the brown
Yeah. It didn't look like him. Yeah, like a black person.
Mayan people.
Were black, but he came reclaiming somebody else's
That's
culture
what they do.
apparently. But Regina said, y'all remember Biden berated the black caucus. Y'all better get who with the Latinos. Yeah, he said they're about to be the very valuable in this country.
And she taking advice from her massa.
I'm glad you said that too, Regina, because I got something right next that's coming up that's gonna be very it's gonna be connected to that. Let me what you about to say? Go ahead.
No, that was it.
Okay.
Karen Bass taking orders from Biden, her master, getting in line with the Latinos.
All right. 4 largest city in America will be led by black mayors.
And it's gonna go down.
So there's LA,
They
New
setting
York,
them up.
LA, New York, Chicago. Representative Karen Bass has sworn to Los Angeles next month. Black people will be leading 4 largest cities in America as black mayors continue to win elections this cycle. We are excited that for the first time, 4 largest cities, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Houston, each led by an African-American mayor. The African American Mayors Association said on Thursday. Bass, a 6-term congresswoman who represents South and West Los Angeles, will be Los Angeles' first female mayor. She will be sworn on December 12th. New York City Manager. Go ahead.
Notice how they keep saying first female.
Woman, yeah. They don't care about the black.
They could have said first female and first black mayor.
I don't think she's the first black.
Black female.
Oh yeah. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, a retired New York Police Department captain, took his oath early this year. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was elected in 2019 and is currently running for re-election. I don't know how she gonna win.
If Lori Lightfoot win, then we know
she
it's
gonna win. She gonna win.
We know what that is.
Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner has been in office since 2016, and his current term concluded at the end of next year. The 4 of them are members of the Democratic Party. Phyllis Dickerson, CEO of African American Mayors Association, said black mayors bring a different perspective to public office, can identify not only with problems they have experienced, like the need for public housing and food insecurities, but solutions to these issues. She believing having the 4 cities led by black people will have a positive impact locally and nationally. It won't. Boy, some right mother.
They set them up. They love being set up. They love it. They love it.
Now, at the same time, look at the articles they're writing. I'm gonna tie this in. This bear with me. Population in the U.S. as small towns shrink, is immigration the answer? If the growing population is necessary for a healthy U.S. economy, the country may have to rely on immigration to deliver it. So I've gotten the 4 largest cities in the country to have black mayors. And from what I've seen, especially one of them, are very pro-immigration.
Karen Bass?
What is the duty of these mayors? Now watch this. In late October, an angled adjustable ramp connecting to shore of the Mississippi River at the Casino Riverboat made it easy to see how low water levels had dropped in southeast Missouri. The downward slope also resembled the population decline in the surrounding town. The Century Casino provided a crucial source of employment for the town, which lost many of its local businesses, and a Walmart, which closed after 42 years in 2019. But 2 of its decks were closed because of the drought, even though the river returns to more normal level and the whole boat reopens, the fortune of the town may not change. Walmart hurt us when it came to it, and it hurt us when it went out. She said, Sue, the mayor of whatever, you're not going to get those mom and pop shops back again. So they got rid. And what happened during the pandemic? A lot of those mom and pop shops, a lot of those small businesses were forced to close.
Even before then, they would have closed because, you know, they were going up on they were going up on the minimum wage. And a lot of these restaurants were like, we can't afford those type of wages.
So right now, the interest rate, the home ownership interest rates are high.
And you know, Seattle is the 6th most expensive.
Now, back in the day, our grandparents, if they was able to buy a house, it's because they had good credit. I was listening to a guy today talk about this. He said, back in my day, a 680, you needed a 680 to buy a house, and that wasn't even considered good credit. I remember we used to hear, what's the number we used to hear?
720?
720. So 680 wasn't even considered good, but you could buy a house with it. He said, now you can get it with 625. So now black people, they have the credit, but guess what they do? They go up on the interest rate. You can't afford it. You can't find no $50,000, $75,000, $85,000 house, $100,000 house.
The little houses here is ridiculous how much money they cost.
So I was talking about the cycles, how they move black people in particular from the suburbs to the city, back to the suburbs, back to the city. Every 20 plus years, they start moving black people out to the suburbs so they can build a city up. Then after another 20 plus years, they start raising the interest rates of the homes, making them too expensive, and make the black people move into the cities where the ghettos and the projects are. That's what they're back and doing now. Now they're trying to do this to everybody now, not just black people. A lot of these cities, Seattle, Atlanta, New York, California, you can't live in these cities. They're too expensive.
Unless you got money.
Exactly. So now you're forced to go out to the rural areas, but who gonna move into the cities? Oh, you can't buy a house out there in the rural areas. So you need to move into the city where we're gonna put affordable housing or projects or ghettos.
They're building a lot of affordable housing here.
Because that's where they want you to live. Let me show this right here. I want to show you what Chuck Schumer had to say.
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
So is immigrants and dreamers 2 categories of people?
You saw what he just did.
So
Dreamers
the
are the
immigrants
Mexicans.
is black.
The dreamers are the Mexicans. The rest are the black ones.
Okay.
You caught that too.
Wow.
So what they're saying is, stop. What they're saying is, they want to make these illegals, the undocumented people, make them citizens because the population, as we all know, the population is shrinking because they've socially changed the dynamic between male and female to make people not want kids, not want marriage. They've made those things seem bad or not
because
worth
of the place where the economy it is. People like
not
I
just
can't
the
afford to have
economy,
kids.
the relationship they've created through their movies and television between
That's
men and
true.
women. They've socially engineered society for men and women to think we're not supposed to obviously be a yin and a yang. We actually supposed
We're at
to
war with one another.
Exactly. That's why they got this bullshit gender war thing. They've created this. So now they're not having kids. They're not getting married, having kids. They can't buy houses. They're forced to live in the projects and lower income housing. We need the immigrants to stabilize the society, the economy. And it's the Democrats doing this to you. And you vote for them.
Yep. And they're gonna continue voting for him. Ain't shit gonna change.
I don't get it, man.
They don't even have to offer a fish plate no more.
Well, what's his name did? We'll get to that. Economist explains why the floor is coming for U.S. housing market. This is why earlier when we talked about the Black Panther movie, and then I saw Chuck Schumer say that, I said, man, they really do use movies to prepare you. They use movies almost to not predict. What's the word they use? What do they call it? Something program. I forgot the word.
Propaganda?
It's basically propaganda, yeah. But they use movies to prepare you for what's coming.
Yeah. Movies are...
So the movies show the invasion of these token people into Wakanda. So you can say you can use that as a comparison to the Mexicans going into the black neighborhood.
They've been going into the black neighborhood.
But they're not preparing you to, as Biden said, work with them.
Oh, yeah. And that scene where I keep talking about when they was in the boat.
Yeah.
And it was 8 of them and thousands of... That's y'all. That's why that guy made that comment in that about that lady who... the Hispanic lady that was talking shit about black people. The councilwoman.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, they're loud, but there's not a lot of them. There's more of us.
Yeah, they're just louder, but there's more of us. That's why he stepped down, because he feel like...
And he still ain't stepped down.
He feel like there's more of us here, so...
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry.
If we went to a white person's home and it was their family dinner and we were sitting there at the table... I'm
sorry. She said she's been in the system for 5 decades. She has had... Mute your mic. They heard that plane. They heard the plane. You hear that? The plane. All right, never mind. She said she's been in the system for 5 decades. She has had plenty of white and Latin explain to avoid saying black. Yeah, like she was fighting saying the word black is crazy. I'm still on the mayor of LA name is Karen. That's all we need to know. She's a Karen. Look who's beyond Chuck Schumer. They don't look like us. A predictive thank you, Keeper. Yeah, that's it. Predictive programming. That's it.
Yeah, that was a good one, Regina. Her name is Karen, and she definitely is a Karen.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, look who behind it. Yeah, exactly. Chuck Schumer got a bunch of Asians and Hispanics and behind Arabs. Him. He got everybody else behind him except
he don't even got the black immigrants behind him.
Don't even got them. He prefer them. They're just immigrants. The Mexicans are dreamers. They have a dream. They're coming to America for the dream.
Like the Selena song, I'll be dreaming.
The black ones just coming here to make shit worse.
When she was saying that song, She Be Dreaming Them Coming Tonight, she was talking about the Mexicans crossing the border.
I'm dreaming. The other Mexican got up.
You know what?
Him.
Negroes, we give Selena way too much credit.
For what?
Her ass really wasn't that big.
Wow, now why you sexualizing that woman?
She had a strong ass face.
Why you
go back and look at some of those pictures of Selena.
All right, Negro. Ex-host Tiffany.